Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So today is September the 10th. It's about 7 p.m. and I want to bring you an Ethereum video, ETH to USD pair. In this video, mainly we'll be talking about the longer term outlook. I have been creating the videos on the longer term outlook for the coin, longer term patterns, just because a lot of the viewers are really not looking for day-to-day grind that we have been seeing in last few months, where I'm providing the support and resistance point. They do want to see a longer term outlook on a coin, so I want to bring that rather than giving you the support and resistance for the shorter term that we have been going through in last few months. All right. So right now I'm looking at Ethereum, the weekly chart for Ethereum. All right. Ethereum is going through a lot of fundamental shift right now. Okay. So it is going through from proof of work concept to proof of stake concept. There's a lot of lot of fundamental shift in the project. I don't want to go into the fundamental here. I will mainly talk about the technical, longer term technical aspect for Ethereum, what it might hold, if it might be a good entry point for you guys to get into and look for the longer term view. So let's get it on that. All right, so again, weekly chart. Let's do a just quick recap on the Ethereum, so it gives us a little bit more a background on how it came to the current position actually. So initially we had this massive spike in Ethereum in summer of 2017. Then it there was a lot of chatter going on regarding new the ICOs coming into the market, and they're using Ethereum platform to for their project. And that's where really Ethereum came into the picture, where a lot of this new ICO that came to the market, they were using Ethereum platform, and that's where it really took off with overall market in late 2017, where it was trading around $300-400, and it broke out of that resistance, and then we had a massive spike, went all the way up to around 800, and then a second push came in the early January of 2018, where it went all the way up to 1414 to be exact. This is where a lot of ICOs were coming into the market. The people people were talking about how to curb the ICOs. A lot of ICOs were fake, and there were a lot of ICO basically coming into the market, and that really pushed Ethereum to all-time high. All right. Since then, with overall market, everything sold off, and then it found support around the previous resistance point, which was around that 380 mark, 380 390 mark. We got some nice bounce. We had a nice bounce, went all the way up to 800, but that obviously did not work. And then we have been in this steady down channel since May of 2018. Okay, now I'm looking at the weekly, so I want to reemphasize this point, that each candle that you're looking at, the red candle or the green candle, that represent the whole week of trading. Okay, all right, so this candle right here, that's a whole week of trading. This candle right here is a whole week of trading. Okay, that's the representation when I'm talking about the weekly chart. When I'm looking at the monthly chart, each candle in this monthly chart represent the month worth of trading. Okay, so just a kind of recap. So if you're new to the channel, or if you're just getting started with technical trading, I just want to give you a little bit of background on what these candles mean. Okay, the red candle, obviously, if from the start, opening of the candle, if the price action closed in the negative, then it will become red. If the price action from the opening and closing become in the positive, then it will become green. So that's how the green and red works. All right, it's based on the opening of the candle and the closing of the candle. All right. So right now we have been studied down channel. Okay, this down channel, we have a lot of negative news that came out of the market, a lot of resistance, fundamental resistance from the Ethereum miners who really don't really support the new proof of stake concept for Ethereum. And there is a lot of back and forth, push and pull kind of action going on between the Ethereum team and the miners. So I don't want to get into that fundamental details, but that is how caused the Ethereum price action to drop drastically in last couple of months. All right, now we are sitting at the support around 194. Now this is the support that takes us back all the way to September of 2017. All right, if you look at the September of 2017, this is where we came around $200 mark in Ethereum. All right, and we are sitting in September of the 2018 around the same level. So a couple of things. A lot of the negative news came out in Ethereum in last month or so, and we have seen a significant sell-off. It will be very hard for sellers to keep on pushing it lower, or the bears to keep on pushing it lower, because it's coming to a point where you will see some value in Ethereum at this junction. It will be, unless we see a really negative news in Ethereum, this will hold up for at least somewhat time. Okay, I want to give you a little bit more cautious outlook, but at the same time I want to give you some technical indicators which are showing where we have seen we are seeing some oversold conditions. Okay, so if I look at the week, if I go to the daily chart of Ethereum, and if I look at the RSI, which is the relative strength index, it gives you an indication on overbought and oversold conditions. It's really touching that oversold mark for ETH. All right, so now, can it go a little bit further low? Can it go touch around 160? Yes, it can. But that will give you a better opportunity to load up on Ethereum. If you, first of all, here I want to just make it clear, we are not trying to trade based on the fundamentals. We are trying to trade mainly on the technicals. All right, and this is more of a not a it's a more of a oversold bounce that I'm looking for in this scenario, not something that I would have. Let's say if we get an oversold bounce from this level, we will have to reevaluate how it's trading. Is it going to clear the 200-day moving average on the daily chart? So we have to reevaluate that situation. But right now, entering Ethereum is mainly on the oversold conditions that I'm seeing in the daily chart. Going to the weekly view, the supporting point on the weekly chart is the support level that we have seen from September of 2017. So that's a support level that we saw back in September of 2017. So that's a nice level of support. And the third thing that I like right now, that we have been seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 weeks of negative, 14 negative weeks in last since May, and only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and only 5 somewhat positive weeks since May of 2018. So it's what I'm trying to say is the bears are getting tired of keep on hammering Ethereum lower and lower. So sooner and later, what is going to happen is the people who are selling, or people who have been shorting, they will get tired of this, and they will have to close the position, and the remaining people will start seeing the value in Ethereum, and that will create this the upward momentum, and we'll get out of this falling wedge pattern that I'm seeing in the weekly chart. All right, so just to recap, on the weekly there is a falling wedge pattern, support that is coming from September of 2017, and on daily we are seeing oversold conditions in Ethereum. Okay, so there are multiple things that are showing that the selling in Ethereum will come to somewhat halt, and we might see a bounce fairly soon if the overall condition in the market supports a positive momentum comes in the market, some news event that happens during this week, during this month, that will have a positive impact on Ethereum as well. On the negative side, do keep in mind that fundamental shift in the Ethereum have a lot of the miners is pushing a lot of the miners away from Ethereum due to this fundamental shift. So that's a big negative on Ethereum side. So I do want to give you the pros and cons on Ethereum on the both side. So if you really think that Ethereum is still have some future, is still one of the coins that you are holding on to, or like do you want to add a position, then this is perhaps a good good entry point from technical aspect. From the fundamental aspect, it might be a little bit different. We will have to wait and watch how the overall community is accepting this fundamental shift. If the miners are going to support the Ethereum team in this fundamental shift. So there's a lot of things that we will have to just wait and see from the fundamental aspect. From the technical point, it is looking rather nice. So take it with a little bit of caution, but want to give you story from the both side. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Post it in the comment. If you think this video is helping you with your trading, again, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit those notifications and the bell icon so you can get this content right away. Share it with your friends and family. Spread the word. That really helps me, keeps me motivated in doing this content review for you guys every day. All right, so that's all, guys. I will talk to you soon.